Well, I think you should realize that the whole thing has been a huge collaborative effort, and as I said right at the beginning, and it continues to be a collaborative effort. Get involved, you know, each new fancy thing you can do on the internet comes because somebody has thought about how computers can communicate in new ways. That generally typically involves inventing a new computer language which allows two applications, you know, an application to communicate with itself across the internet, and that happens. And there are lots of groups of people getting together and making sure that computers talk the same language. So producing standards, you know, to join those groups, lots of groups of people who are using the technologies maybe for the first time. You may find locally there are groups of people, for example, who are learning how to put government data on the web, who are learning to make web pages which will just be made with HTML and CSS, and will actually, in 3,000 years' time, will still work and will still look the same, even on Windows 3000 and IE 947.2. Really the web is you. The web is everybody collaborating, and a lot of the people in this room are involved in it. So I just say, keep up the spirit, keep up the good work.
I'll just extend that message to what I think of as the space of social policy and social convention. As I look at and work on issues like privacy, online copyright protection, at the bottom, these issues are really all about how we interact with each other together. They only become, they get into the public policy arena when something really goes wrong. And they're easiest to solve when as policymakers, we can look out into the world and say, oh, there's actually a model for how to do this. There's actually a way that people are behaving and functioning collectively that seems coherent and scalable and basically fair and, you know, decent and humane. And I think you know, the great moments in the web from a user perspective is when everyone really thinks about how they use the web as if it's going to shape the way other people use the web, as if it sets a good example, as if it creates the kind of community that we all want to be part of. That, very selfishly, makes policymakers' job a whole lot easier, because all we then have to do is support that, as opposed to try to figure out how to turn around behavior of hundreds of millions of people, which is often really kind of impossible. So I guess I would say, you know, aside from the exhortations to go out and be good web scientists, which certainly we need in the policy community, it's to think about how to be good users and shape the environment in a way that you think you